Hello creatives, I'm Ari and this is Shamelessly Creative. Today we're going to get creative with this month's Artsnacks. So this is the September 2020 Artsnacks. If you're not familiar with Artsnacks is a monthly subscription that comes to your home. This is the original and it's $24 a month for month-to-month subscription. They also offer 6 and 12-month subscriptions. They also have a plus box that's $39 plus shipping. That includes another few items and a surface. But I subscribe to the original Artsnacks. It's perfect for me. I look at this art subscription as an art sampling like you would like a makeup sample box, rather than that it's curated specifically for all the supplies to work together. Some months they do, some months they don't. The colors are random and everybody's not getting the exact same colors, but they are getting the same supplies unless you get this plus box. Then you're getting a few different things besides what's in here. So let's open up, see what's inside, and let's go get creative with this month's Artsnacks. All right, so we have our menu that we get every month. I'm going to put that aside. We have our little packet, and we have our sweet treat, which this month is Mystery Dum Dum. So that's fun. Every month we get this little packet of goodies and we're going to open it up, see what's inside. Every month we also get an Artsnacks sticker. This month it's polka dots. First item out of the box is a Micron 02. Nice fine tip. Love my Microns. They're one of my favorite pens, or at least I use them a lot. A Pigma Micron 02. So the Sakura Pigma Micron pen has a US retail value of $2.99. It's kind of a must-have product. It's waterproof, archival, and reliable. It's great for writing and sketching. The next item out of the box is a Kuretake product. It's their Cambio Tambien. Now it looks like a brush pen. So this has the brush. So on this, you're going to want to remove the ring. Remove the cap. Keep it upright and screw that back on. And make sure it's tight. So the Kuretake Zig Cambio Tambien brush pen has a retail value of $9.80. You can brush on some major color with the brush pen. It's a water-based pigment ink for calligraphy and illustrations. You do not need to press the body of this pen for the ink to flow. So the ink will flow into the bristles of the brush and then we should have it go. So I have the green one. I'm not sure if we're getting different colors. I'm assuming we are. So we have the Kuretake Cambio Tambien brush pen, water-based ink. So we have our Micron, we have our Tambien. Our next item is Uni Pasca. I have it in yellow. And this is a brush pen. So the Uni Pasca so we have a brush pen. I have the Uni Pasca brush 350 brush tip paint marker, $9.99 retail value, staff favorite. It's an essential tool for creation and self-expression. To use, shake the marker gently and pump the push button on the end to prime the ink into the brush nib. So we have yellow. So that's going to be more of our acrylic type ink. This popular paint pen contains an opaque water-based pigment ink that writes on all surface types. And the final item is Polychromos, one of my favorite pencils, Faber-Castell. This is Blue Violet 137. The Faber-Castell Polychromos color pencil retails for $2.90 US dollars. High quality pigments. So about a $25 retail value for this box. So here's this month's supplies. Let's go swatch these and see what we can make with these art supplies. I kind of like the color palette this time. I have green, yellow, and a blue violet to work with. So it should be interesting. Not that any ideas are really popping into my head right away. Two pens I've never used before. So that's what I meant when I said this box is like a sample. So if you look at it as a sampler and you're getting a sample of supplies, you get to try the brush pen and see if you like it. You got to try this other brush pen and see if you like it and see how well the supplies work together, which not always. Like maybe it would have been better to, instead of the Polychromos, to have an Albrecht Dürer water-based pencil with this set. But I think it's going to be a fun box. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And right now is a fine time while I'm swatching to hit the subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit the like button. That lets me know this is content you want to see more of and that you like the Artsnacks unboxings. All right, let's get swatching. There's already some ink running into the bristles of the brush. You see that? So I haven't given it, so this one is one you don't have to squeeze. You just have to give it time. So it says the ink will slowly flow into the bristles after a couple minutes. And of course I had it flat while I showed you the other supplies. So it definitely isn't one of those things, but it has a regulator in the barrel, and that's why you don't need to squeeze it so much. And in fact, they've kind of made it hard so you can't squeeze the barrel. See, there's no squeezing. It is a nice firm barrel. We're getting some color. So still a little dry, but I'm assuming that as we go, it'll just become more and more juicy. So you can get some fun little So if you go slow, it seems to put out more ink. Fast. So that one's fun. So with Posca markers, one thing I always forget is the whole shaking them. And then sometimes I start shaking them with the cover off and then get paint splatters everywhere. So always shake your Poscas with the cover on. And so removing this little cover reveals this little pump. Do you see that little pump on the, it's kind of covered by a half circle here. And no ink yet. So I'm going to put the cover on, shake it one more time. Oh, I see some coming down. So we pump that a little bit. Now we have the ink coming down. There we go. So, didn't say anything about washing this nib, and the bristles are really kind of crusty. This one has less fine lines than the green one. Definitely more juicy. So here's the basics. So now what we want to find out is, how do these supplies mix? Because when you're creating art, you kind of want to know that. So we're going to lay, let's do 2 piles of the green. 2 piles of the yellow. And since our pencil wasn't affected by the water, I'm not going to play with that. And let's see it wet. Get a nice light green, blending those. Of course, the gray of the micron. So if you scrub that on your palette, you can get a nice gray. If you blend the micron with the yellow, kind of an olive green. So this is the black and the yellow mixed, and this is black and the green mixed. This is more black with the green mixed, and this is the yellow green with a lot of black in it. So we can get a nice range of greens. Yeah, we really can't. I thought I'd try the pencil just to see if some of the pigment would come off. It must a little bit because it's a little bit colored, but not really. But I like a variety of these greens. That definitely gives me a bigger palette to play with. So do any of those color combinations stand out to you? Of course, yellow and purple are complementary. So these two colors should look really good together. Lots of potential in this box. As I said, once I decided to see this box as a sample box, I was much more happy with it. So today I get to try out two pens I have not tried before. They're brush pens. It kind of gives me that option for different ink colors. We're going into Inktober soon. We have the micron, which is great for line work or just about anything. And remember, you always can use your microns and most fine liners, maybe not the Copic fine liners, but most will give you a nice gray tone. I could find a complaint. I really wish this was an Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencil. Even one of the Gold Faber would have been nice to be able to have this work with water as well. Not that I got the greatest colors for blending. Any ideas what you would make with this color palette? Again, let me know below. Let's go get creative with this month's September 2020's Artsnacks. All right, so that was a little frustrating. I lost some footage. So I used a little Gamblin Gamsol that can help you kind of blend your colors. But it's really stinky. I just wanted to share too that the yellow doesn't re-wet once it's dry, but the green re-wets. So Posca, not re-wetting. All right, there we go. So not the best, but kind of, I used everything in the box, just not as pens. I used everything as paint, and I also used a little Gamsol to help with the pencil. You know, it's not the best. I'd like to go in darker, but I'm just not sure. So that's my first attempt with it. Shall I see if we can make something else? I really loved how these greens turned out. Well, that's our Art Snacks, September 2020 Art Snacks. Just a reminder that the Posca does not re-wet. Once it's dry on here, it's not re-wetting. If it's mixed with the green or the Micron, it will re-wet for at least a little longer, but the yellow dries really fast. So I attempted a rose. I don't know that it's all that great. I don't do flowers very often. I did one, I think, with the February Art Snacks box, if that was the acrylic one. Maybe it was January. I really love how the leaf turned out here. That turned out really well. I stepped outside my comfort zone and did some flowers, albeit not the best flowers. Love the leaf, love the rose. I used the thin 90-pound bee paper. I use it as my swatching journal, just to experiment, to play around with colors. I actually did it upside down, so. All right. Tell me what you have done with this month's colors. It's really hard to say. I really am liking this brush pen. I like the vibrancy of colors we had this month. I may even end up doing another video. I would like to try a few more things with these supplies. They're a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this box. I wasn't sure I was going to, but yeah, any box that gets you creating is a really great box. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well. I'm Ari, and this is Shamelessly Creative, and we just got creative with our September 2020 Art Snacks. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. Bye.